Number 10. Big Order TV. 10 years ago, a fairy by the name of Daisy appeared and asked child Eiji Hoshimiya what his one and only wish was. Although his wish remains a mystery, the consequences were catastrophic. In an event called the Great Destruction, the world started to fall apart as everything collapsed and countless people died. Now, Eiji is a high school student whose only concern is his sick sister. He does not remember what he wished for. All that he remembers is that his wish caused the Great Destruction. In the years since that event, thousands of other people have also received abilities to make their heart's desire come true. These people, called orders, are believed to be evil and are hated by the general public. However, some of these orders are after Eiji's life in vengeance for those he killed. Will Eiji be able to survive the numerous assassination attempts? And the biggest mystery of all, what did he wish for, and what were his intentions in wishing for something that caused so much desolation? Number 9. Chaos Head. Shibuya, Japan, 2008. Takumi Nishijo, a high school student at the private Suime Academy, one day hears about the new-gen murders that have been occurring around the city. Although dismissing the subject because it doesn't involve him, Takumi begins to experience strange mishaps around him, from a horrific picture he received while on his PC to a mysterious pink-haired girl standing at a murder scene. From there on, Takumi struggles to cope with the events unfolding around him and is soon unaware of what is real or a delusion. As his fate opens up before him, the perpetrator behind the new-gen events attempts to find him, leading him into a world where nothing is as it seems. Number 8. Deadman Wonderland. It looked like it would be a normal day for Ganta Igarashi and his classmates. They were preparing to go on a class field trip to a certain prison amusement park called Deadman Wonderland, where the convicts perform dangerous acts for the onlookers' amusement. However, Ganta's life is quickly turned upside down when his whole class gets massacred by a mysterious man in red. Framed for the incident and sentenced to death, Ganta is sent to the very jail he is supposed to visit. But Ganta's nightmare is only just beginning. The young protagonist is thrown into a world of sadistic inmates and enigmatic powers to live in constant fear of the lethal collar placed around his neck that is slowed only by winning in the prison's deathly games. Ganta must bet his life to survive in a ruthless place where it isn't always easy to tell friend from foe, all while trying to find the mysterious Red Man and clear his name in Deadman Wonderland. Number 7. Kotetsujo no Kabanare. The world is in the midst of the Industrial Revolution when horrific creatures emerge from a mysterious virus, ripping through the flesh of humans to sate their never-ending appetite. The only way to kill these beings, known as Kabane, is by destroying their steel-coated hearts. However, if bitten by one of these monsters, the victim is doomed to a fate worse than death, as the fallen rise once more to join the ranks of their fellow undead. Only the most fortified of civilizations have survived this turmoil, as is the case with the island of Hinamoto, where mankind has created a massive wall to protect themselves from the endless hordes of Kabane. The only way into these giant fortresses is via heavily armored trains, which are serviced and built by young men such as Aikoma. Having created a deadly weapon that he believes will easily pierce through the hearts of Kabane, Aikoma eagerly awaits the day when he will be able to fight using his new invention. Little does he know, however, that his chance will come much sooner than he expected. Number 6. Gokukoku no Brynhild. Venturing into the wilderness, the skeptical Ryota Murakami and the ambitious Kuroneko were on a quest to prove the existence of extraterrestrial life when a tragic accident occurred, reaping Kuroneko of her life and leaving Ryota in a critically injured state. 10 years have passed since the disaster, and Ryota is now living a normal life in high school. He vows to prove that aliens are real in honor of his late friend. A transfer student named Neko Kuroha unexpectedly arrives one day, bearing a striking resemblance to the late Kuroneko, even sharing a similar name. Most mysteriously, she seems to possess supernatural powers. As Ryota takes more interest in Neko, he is drawn into a deadly world where dangerous scientists hunt magic-wielding witches that have escaped from their secret research laboratory. Neko is one of these escapees, but there are others who are in similar situations, and it's up to Ryota to protect them from their would-be captors. Number 5. Walkure Romanze. Taking place at Winford Academy, located in an old town called Helen's Hill, this story is all about knights and the sport of jousting. At this school, students learn how to become knights, ride horses, and joust properly. The main character is a young man named Takahiro Mizuno, who is training to become a knight and jouster, but after suffering an injury, he dropped out of the knight program and joined the begleiter, that is, assistant, program instead. Due to his animal handling skills and former experience as a jouster, this makes him a hot commodity. Multiple beautiful girls in the school wanted to become their personal begleiter, though Takahiro always refuses their offers. One day a bizarre accident causes his friend Mio Kisagi to be challenged to a jousting duel despite her not actually being a knight. Takahiro agrees to become her temporary begleiter, but that ends up only being the beginning of their partnership as she enrolls in the annual. Number 4. Island. Urashima, an island far from the mainland. The people who live there lead carefree lives, but 5 years ago the island's 3 great families suffered a series of misfortunes and succumbed to suspicion. The people of the island cut off all contacts with the mainland and began a slow decline. The key to saving the island lies in 3 girls who belong to the 3 families, but they are bound by old traditions and are conflicted. On that island, a lone man washes ashore. The man claims to be from the future, and he begins a solitary struggle to change the island's fate. Number 3. Psychopaths. Justice and the enforcement of it has changed. In the 22nd century, Japan forces the Sybil system, an objective means of determining the threat level of each citizen by examining their mental state for signs of criminal intent, known as their psychopaths. Inspectors uphold the law by subjugating, often with lethal force, anyone harboring the slightest ill will. Alongside them are enforcers, jaded inspectors that have become latent criminals granted relative freedom in exchange for carrying out the inspector's dirty work. Into this world steps Akane Tsunemori, a young woman with an honest desire to uphold justice. However, as she works alongside veteran enforcer Shinya Kogami, she soon learns that the Sybil system's judgments are not as perfect as her fellow inspectors assume. With everything she has known turned on its head, Akane wrestles with the question of what justice truly is and whether it can be upheld through the use of a system that may already be corrupt. Number 2. Zetsuen no Tempest. Yoshino Takigawa, an ordinary teenager, is secretly dating his best friend Mahiro's younger sister. But when his girlfriend Aika mysteriously dies, Mahiro disappears, vowing to find the one responsible and make them pay for murdering his beloved sister. Yoshino continues his life as usual, and has not heard from Mahiro in a month, until he is confronted by a strange girl who holds him at gunpoint, and his best friend arrives in the nick of time to save him. Yoshino learns that Mahiro has enlisted the help of a witch named Hakase Kusaribe to find Aika's killer and the existence of an entity known as the Tree of Exodus. The witch's brother selfishly desires to make use of its power in spite of the impending peril to the world. However, Hakase is banished to a deserted island, and it is now up to Yoshino and Mahiro to help her save the world, while inching ever so closer to the truth behind Aika's death. Number 1. Rokujoma no Shinryakusha. After Kotaro Saitomi's father is suddenly relocated for his job, the first-year high school student is faced with finding a cheap place to live by himself. Naturally, he jumps at the chance to move into Corona's house, room 106, for a mere 5,000 yen a month. But while everything goes well at first, Kotaro soon gets a lot more than he bargained for after stumbling upon a mysterious cave while working his part-time job. The following night, Kotaro is visited by various seemingly mythical figures, all of whom claim ownership of the poor student's apartment. Among the invaders are Sane Higashihonen, a ghost supposedly haunting the room, Magical Girl Eureka, Alien Princess Thymelis Grey Forthorn, and Kiria Korono, a direct descendant of the Earth people. But more importantly, each of these 4 girls needs Kotaro's apartment for her own reasons and won't back down without a fight. Rokujoma no Shinryukashu is a comedic battle royale over a 6-Tommy apartment involving supernatural beings, romantic high school hijinks, and a deceptively cordial landlady.
Alright everyone, that's it for today's video. Did you guys enjoy this list? Or find any anime you're interested in? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. And please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're new, remember to turn on notifications for more upcoming top 10 videos.